Hi LIT campers! We're very sad that we won't get to experience you blossoming into wonderful leaders this summer, but in place of your week of camp, we're going to do a little bit of virtual programming for you.
Hey LIT campers, it's the last week for summer camp. My name is Muckluck. I am the camp director for the LIT and Senior Co-ed program. Gunner's our leader for the LIT. I know that he had a lot of great things planned for you this summer. We are both sad that we won't be able to see you all involved into wonderful leaders this summer. At the LIT program, you get to enjoy all the fun things that the campers get to do during the week. In addition to taking part in the favorite activities, the LITs have an opportunity to showcase their leadership talents. Through fun and friendships, they identify their leadership style, set and reach personal goals, and also get to discover some of the behind-scenes tips at Camp Lau-Ren. The many skills obtained at the LIT are transferable to school life, community involvement, church groups, and also counseling at a summer camp. The skills that include leading a group in an activity, practicing effective camper behavioral management techniques, observing and understanding group dynamics, and using effective conflict management. The LIT is also going on a canoe trip where they will have an opportunity to work as a group and develop their leadership skills. One of my favorite things for the LIT campers is that, well, as you know, camp staff all have camp nicknames. So during this week, you get to pick your camp nickname that hopefully will stay with you forever. Unfortunately, we're not at camp this summer, so I encourage you over the next year to come up with a unique name that best fits you. That is also camp appropriate. I look forward to learning your new camp nicknames in 2021. A lot of our camp staff, including their camp directors, board members, outside of camp are leaders at their work or also in community groups. A lot of them have stated that if it wasn't for camp, that they would not have developed these leadership skills they need for to use at work and community groups. So we think that the LIT program is very important to everyone that takes this program. So please tell your friends and family about the program and tell them to sign up early in January 2021. This LIT program tends to book up really fast, so please have a look in January. We hope that all the LITs do apply for some of our positions. We have volunteer counselor positions and paid counselor positions, as well as our other positions that we have, such as cooks, lifeguards, floaters. So please check out our website early January for these postings.
I reached out to some people who I think are excellent leaders from camp, and I've asked them a couple questions, and here are their answers to share with you. What do you feel is your most valuable trait that you bring to a team?
Hello, Retro here. I would say the trait and value that I brought to a team dynamic was I often look at problems and see if there was other ways of solving them. We'd normally have one solution for a problem. Sometimes I'd go and look for other ways to do the solution. This would be like across the different jobs I worked as a counselor, as a lifeguard, in the kitchen. One example I can think of is when we need to dry the ketchup containers, normally we just put them on a rack, but I discovered that if you put them on an ice cream tray that used to serve ice cream, you could dry them a lot faster that way.
Hi there, my name is Hutch and I am the Director of Girls Camp at Camp Lau-Ren. Sparkle asked me to answer 2 questions for the LIT week of camp, so virtual camp. The first thing that I think of is enthusiasm, and then the second thing I think of is a willingness and an openness to learn from each other, and that when you work on a team, sometimes it can be difficult, but if we're able to be open and to be able to learn from each other, I think really incredible things can happen. And that's often been my experience at camp is there's lots of people who are willing to learn new things and willing to teach new skills, and that through those opportunities we're able to come together and have an incredible team.
Hey LA team, my name is Bambi. I was counselor last year. Something I thought that I brought to my team and to camp was my flexibility and my positivity. I think it's really important in a camp environment to remain constantly flexible and always trying to see the best in every situation. I mean, even with the schedule, everything won't always go as planned, and you have to work around things, and maybe things even turn out for the better. So I think that's really important, and I tried to do that every day when I was there.
Hi everybody, Butters here, ready to answer a couple questions that I was sent. And I'd have to go with two things. My positivity, because that can really keep the motivation up, especially if you're in a lull, just like giving that little bit of encouragement to keep going. And the second one would be my inclusivity, which I learned at camp. Just everybody's friends. Everybody should be friends. Even if you don't necessarily see the value a person brings to a team at first, you got to get to know them, give them that time, and then everybody will find what they work best at and how they work best together. So just making sure to include everybody to have that chance to get to know people.
I feel that the best thing I bring to the group is a strong level of charisma. I always face every challenge with an open mind and a positive attitude. I hope to inspire others to contribute in any way possible and listen to their ideas and apply them to the situation at hand.
Hi campers! My name is Firefly and I've been both a counselor and a lifeguard at Camp Lau-Ren. Working at staff at camp is just so much fun, partly because you work with a lot of other amazing people. Everyone has their own different skills, and together you make up a strong team that makes camp a place that everyone can enjoy. I think my organization skills and creativity are what I bring to the staff team. I love planning things like field day, beach day, and canoe picnics, and it is so rewarding to see a camper paddle a canoe for the very first time, or have a blast at Fraser's Landing, or earn the coveted first place prize at beach day.
Hi everyone, my name is Hershey, and if you don't know who I am, I have been a camper, a counselor, and a leader at camp over the last 15 years, and I'm so excited to be here and to talk to you about some leadership stuff. Whoop, whoop, whoop. LIT camp, yeah! One of the most valuable traits or skills that I think that I bring to a team is my adaptability, flexibility, and doing all of that with a positive attitude. Changing to new circumstances is something that is critical in many group situations, especially in terms of a counselor role or a camp role. Your team could change, your job could change, the weather could change, the general situation could change, and you need to be able to quickly jump into that new situation and take it on as best as you can.
Hi LIT campers and anyone else who may be watching this, it's Kentucky here. I wasn't at camp last year, but I was a counselor for 3 years before that. I love camp. Anyway, the most valuable trait that I think I bring to a team is positive energy. When you're working on a team, and especially at camp, there's always a variety of people and ideas, and you're always on the go. So I always try my best to accept everyone's ideas and their differences and listen to everyone and keep everyone pumped up and positive with that positive energy.
I think the most valuable trait that I would bring to a team would be lots of positive energy, lots of enthusiasm to get through tough times.
Hey LITers, my name's Snort. I was an LITer like almost a decade ago. And I'm just going to tell you kind of about my experience and some things that I think are really valuable to take in from this camp. I think that being an active listener has really helped me learn to communicate better with others, understand their perspectives, where they're coming from, and kind of reeling back and thinking to myself, oh, this is what they're saying, and this is how I can respond so that we can come to decisions quicker.
Hi everyone, my name's Turtle. I'm the head lifeguard at Camp Lau-Ren. One of the most valuable traits I think I bring to a team is a general understanding of everyone, and I find that I work really well with other people.
Hi everyone, it's Cassandra, aka Tutu, and I'm a leader of Camp Lau-Ren for the past 7 years. I really enjoy being a leader because I can be creative in every field. Something that I bring to my team is my dance background. I've been teaching dance for most of my life, and I really enjoy bringing this creativity to Girls Week. I also enjoy doing my research and finding new games to play with our senior co-ed who always have a bunch of energy.
Can you explain to me a time at camp when someone on your team helped you out or made you feel valued?
I laughed at that question because I feel like people are constantly helping me out at camp, and I'm incredibly blessed to have so many supportive people at camp, whether they're the volunteer leaders who come every year, and I'm so thankful for you guys, and just incredible summer staff, incredible counselors, incredible leadership, incredible executive directors, and I can think I could literally talk all day about how each one of these individual incredible people have helped me out. If I had to name a specific time, I think about when I was a cook and when we would cook these incredible turkey meals that took a lot of time and a lot of preparation, and knowing that that the staff could work together as a team to be able to put out this incredible meal that I know campers look forward to every year.
My coworkers helped me and made me feel valued every single day at camp. If I ever have any questions, I could turn to them. They would give me advice on any problem I needed help with. They taught me that it's okay to ask for help and that I don't need to face every issue alone.
Camp has often made me feel valued because everyone does their best to support each other. As staff, you have a lot of responsibilities, but your team is there to help you when you need it. Like being a counselor, you are responsible for the campers in your cabin, but you also have a co-counselor to help you out. And that is a great thing when you have to wake up your cabin for polar bear swim, or when you're planning a morning watch or a campfire. Hopefully we'll see you next summer. Bye!
I found working at camp, all of the leaders and counselors and staff have been so supportive and always make you feel like you're really a part of the team. One of my first friends there, Champ, still makes me always feel like I am super accepted and have friends at camp, and really helps to make the experience be so much more enjoyable for me. Hope to see you guys at camp. Bye.
And I'd have to give a shout out to Nenners. She, on my first year as a counselor, she told me they were looking at me as a camper to test and see if I would be a good counselor. And she told me of a time when we had a big storm at Senior Girls. It was like a little hurricane came through, and we were all hunkered down in our cabin before we all ran to the dining hall. And we're all hunkered down, I think it was in Richardson. And I was singing along, and I was like, oh, we should do this song next and this song. And like, I didn't realize that they were looking at me at the time and seeing that leadership potential, even when I was a camper, and even in like really extenuating circumstances. So that acknowledgement just meant the world to me of that I was noticed, and they really did care. Bye.
A time where someone helped me out as a leader was when I had this huge ambition on creating a slip and slide kick and ball game that involved a lot of setup for one person to accomplish. I had the pleasure of having a great team behind me and coming to help me set up with me before their activity, which meant so much to me. I thanked them over and over and over again. And when the week was coming to an end, they said it was all the kids could talk about. And they were happy to be a part of something that the kids can have memories for. I never felt such teamwork and also feeling valued for my first big activity as a brand new leader. And I will cherish that moment forever.
Over my years at camp, I have worked with some of the most incredible teams you could even imagine. So narrowing down one time is just really difficult. However, I've got one example of a time that a teammate really helped me out, and I am forever grateful. While on a canoe trip over to Fraser's Landing, we were hit with a really unexpected thunderstorm that came rolling down the river. And if you know me, then you know that I'm really scared of thunderstorms, and it can be really overwhelming for me to be caught outside in a storm. And so in this case, I was a counselor, and I was with a group of junior girls who were also pretty scared of thunderstorms. And so my fellow counselor, Snort, jumped in to make sure that I was okay, to make sure that all of my campers were okay first and foremost, and communicated what I was experiencing to the lifeguards that were with us and the leader of the activity at the time. This made me feel so much less stress because I was in a work environment. I was supposed to be doing my work duties. However, at the moment, because of my fear, I was completely and totally overcome with emotion and just totally overwhelmed. And as a teammate, to step in and to recognize that and to think about what she could do in that moment to minimize my my stress, my fear, was so incredible, and I'm forever grateful for that moment.
I think a time that I felt valued at camp, I'd say especially, is when these ideas were met with enthusiasm, built upon. For example, with that time, with the ketchup racks, we then looked and went to see if anything else could be dried that way. And then since then, we've been using drying racks or cookie sheets, or I guess cookie racks, and we found out we could dry things like cereal boxes on them. I don't know, it felt really good to have my idea accepted and explored in various ways. And I don't know, I really like that about camp.
So I don't know if many of you know this, but I actually wasn't a camper at Camp Lau-Ren. I started my first day as a counselor. So when I came my first day, I literally knew nothing. I knew no songs. I didn't know what to do at any of the activities or any of the meals. I just knew that it was Camp Lau-Ren and I was going to be a counselor for the summer. So my team, my counselor team, they did a really great job of showing me the ropes. They helped me learn how to run a campfire and what to do at the activities and just how to be a really great counselor. So I give a lot of the props to them for making it a great first summer for me and making me the counselor and the person of camp I am today. And fast forward 2 years later to my third year at camp, I was actually the team leader of the counselor group, and I was able to do kind of what everyone helped me do my first summer and keep everyone as a great team and show the new counselors kind of what to do. If it wasn't for that first group of counselors that I had my first year and maybe even my second year, I don't think I wouldn't have been able to be such a great team leader my third year. So it was definitely a lot of help having a great team.
Being part of a team means helping each other out. So I think one time that comes to mind, I was doing a dance for one of the camps, and we're all dancing around, and this kid jumps up right into my nose, like right here. And if you've ever gotten punched in the face before or in the nose or hit in the nose, it hurts a lot. And so immediately my counselors were making sure I was okay. They covered for me while I went to the infirmary and got ice. My co-counselor watched our campers while I kind of recuperated and got a hold of myself. And it was amazing to be part of such a supportive environment like that, where if any of us had any issues like that, anything personal or related to work, we could support each other, back each other up, and be there for each other. And I think that's really important. So it's really awesome to be part of an environment like that and to have a team that worked so hard to take care of each other.
My first year, I think it was the first day that I was working as a counselor. So it was a tadpole camp. So small kids, really energetic, really hyper, really tiring, and I was having a hard time. I had a lot of hyper kids, a lot of energy in the cabin, and I didn't get much dinner because I was having to feed everyone else, and I was just not having a good time. I was super tired, and as I was walking back up to the cabin to get ready for swimming or something, Raccoon actually came up. She said, "Rookie, you're doing such a good job," and that just brightened my day. It made me feel so much better about what I was doing, and just gave me a lot of energy to continue through the next couple of days at Tadpole. Yeah.
One memory that really sticks out in my mind is when Sparkle, who's running the virtual programming this summer, first became a counselor. And Raccoon pulled me aside and sat me down and said that she really wanted me to mentor Sparkle and help her get adjusted to being a counselor, as that was her first week. And I felt so valued and really appreciated for the leadership and skills that I had brought to the table over the last 3 years being a counselor. And it went really well, and it actually led to me and Sparkle becoming camp friends and then lifelong friends outside of camp.
I hope you enjoyed those words from some amazing leaders who many of which have had a super large impact on my camp experience. We hope that all of you LIT campers apply to be counselors next year, whether it be in a paid or volunteer capacity. We can't wait to see you blossom into wonderful leaders.